Jai Baba Swami. Welcome to the fifth session of This is Samarpan. I am Sonal Sabu, a Sadhika from San Jose, California Center. I'm really looking forward to exploring the history of Samarpan along with you all. Now, a quick introduction about the session. The name of this monthly session is This is Samarpan, where we meet Samarpan pioneers and get to know about their journey and evolution of Samarpan meditation. Now, I should have a drum roll. This is where you hear that. Let me introduce two very special guests of today's session, Nalini Toshniwal and Rajesh Toshniwal from Samarpan Meditation Center, Arusha City, Japan. Finally, we get to see you, hear you, and meet you. So excited about it. So Nalini ji is director and artist of Ruchika Indian Dance Academy, Japan, and also runs Indian Yoga and Meditation Center. Rajesh ji is the founder and president of Messrs. Tashika Company Limited, Japan, that deals in industrial sensors and instrumentation. The first time that Rajesh ji met Pujya Gurudev was in January 2003, then again in June 2004 when Swamiji visited Japan. At that time, Japan Samarpan was established, and then since then Nalini ji and Rajesh ji have been conducting regular group meditation every Sunday. During that visit of Swamiji, a seed for Rajasthan Samarpan Center was also sprouted. Let's hear more during this session as we go further. Now, let me introduce his hosts for the session, Hitendra ji Rana. Most of you already know about Hitendra ji, so I will keep it short. Hitendra ji is originally from Navsari, Gujarat. Jai Baba Swami Hitendra ji. So later he moved to Montreal, Canada after his marriage to Kalpana ji. They now live in Raleigh, North Carolina, and he has been part of Samarpan family since 2001. Hitendra ji is national coordinator of Samarpan. He has a key role in bringing Samarpan to USA and Canada region. He was appointed managing trustee from January 2017 by Swamiji, and he enjoys connecting people and spreading awareness about meditation.
Jai Baba Swami, everybody. We are going to start today's session now. On behalf of all the Samarpan Global Family Sadhaks, I would like to welcome Nalini ji and Rajesh ji from Japan to our today's program. This is Samarpan. So as you know, Samarpan has been started since 1999 by Swamiji all over the world. Slowly but surely it moved. And today we have grown to such a big global family that it is difficult to recognize each other on a personal level. And many people are curious that during last Guru Purnima, we have reached to more than 60 countries and more than 60,000 people joined online for the Guru Purnima. How did we arrive to this point? What was it? How did it look like when Swamiji started initially? And in order to understand that, we have to go back to those who were with Swamiji in the early days. And one of them is Nalini ji and Rajesh ji. So welcome, Jai Baba Swami. I will ask you questions alternatively. So I would like to start with Rajesh ji. Rajesh ji, I would like to know, we know about Indians moving to American side or Europe or Australia, but very few people have moved to Japan. So we are curious, what made you move to Japan, and what was it your professional or personal decision? Can you tell us more about today, because we know very little about Japan?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having us, and Jai Baba Swami. And for answering your question, to move to Japan, this was one, we had some connection with Japan because our family back in India, at my hometown Ajmer, we had some collaboration with Nintendo, which is a television games manufacturer, and we had a factory in Ajmer to produce locally in India. And we had lots of interaction, like visitors from Japan, and of course, my elder brother used to visit Japan very often. And first time me and Melanie, we both had a chance to come to Japan was in 1998. And this was on our way to USA. So Japan is like halfway to USA if you go by east. We came here and we spent about 10 days here before moving to Alaska and then to other parts of lower 48. When you are in Alaska, we call lower 48. So anyway, we liked both the countries very well. Japan was amazing, and we thought that if we get a chance, personally, we should move here and have a life which is like amazing in the sense that the country is so clean and there is good amount of safety here. There is very minimum crime here, and all other factors which are like different than the country where, of course, we are born in India and we were raised there. But looking at Japan, we had in mind that if we get an opportunity, we should move here to Japan. And 4 years later, in 1992, we did get an opportunity because one common family friend of us who lives in Kobe in Japan, which is not far from us here, he invited us to come to Japan. He sponsored me and Nalini to come to Japan and to work for his company. So in fact, for some time, I had to change my profession. My profession is scientific instrumentation, industrial sensors, and measuring instrument. From there, I came to the television games business for about 2 years, and I worked in Japan and took the experience of working in a Japanese company. And of course, the Japan, we knew already that it is good. And now, since 1992, I would say 28 years, we have been in Japan. And yes, we both like this country. There have been challenges, like one major challenge is the language barrier. Once you know the language, then this country is really very good for settling down and to move around and to get your work done.
So that is very inspiring because many people did not know about Japan. And yes, who does not know Nintendo? So it is interesting to know that the connection between Japan and India for Nintendo games and the connection between Nintendo games and our children is Rajeshji. So very interesting to know that. Thank you very much for sharing that.
It was actually my elder brother who brought the project to India.
Right. But we are lucky to know you. Yes. So that is very interesting. Thank you very much for sharing that. I would like to move to Nalini ji now. Nalini ji, when I look at you and whenever I try to remember your image, I can see Nalini ji as Nalini or Kathak Nritya. So these are like two identity of Nalini ji in my mind. Tell us about how you got into dance and what are your current activities. Are you still into the dance? We saw the video, of course. I can see that
Very
you
much.
are performing there.
Once you know dance and it's your passion, you can't leave it. So thank you for having me, Jai Baba Swami. And my connection
Jai
to
Baba Swami.
Kathak, especially, this is a North Indian classical dance, was since I was 9 years old. And in my school, there was a after school classes for special classes, Kathak classes. And my Guruji had come from Delhi. If Indians know that we in India we have a Guru Shishya Parampara, that's a teacher and student relation, where students go and stay at teacher's place and learn. So mostly musicians, singers, instrument players, or sculptors, painters, they used to do this kind of Guru and Shishya Parampara learning. And he came
So
from
that was
Delhi.
very traditional, like Gurukul style learning, I
Gurukul
would believe.
style, exactly. So that was totally focused kind of learning we had in India earlier, and then came the schools and other things because number increased. So he was in Ajmer and he came to take those classes. So I'm the first student of my Guruji. He's no more now. And first time when I heard tabla, I totally got uh, this. You see these pictures that tabla, like we have today Sagar Patel, and Sonal was saying that he also plays tabla and he finds it kind of a union with spiritual connection with the music. The same was, I think, with me. The ghungru, the sound of ghungru, footwork and tabla and that rhythm, I totally got into it and I said, yes, this is for me. When I used to walk to school, I will keep counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That rhythm has gone so much into me.
Wow.
And I continued learning. I'm coming from a Kashmiri family, and my parents, my father, I mean, both mother and father had in mind that that was the time, I'm talking about 40 years back, that dance was not taken as a profession by the girls. And it was usually
Yes.
a guru and their son, like a family. We say one gharana. So it was just for fun. You learn, you do some your presentation, and then you get married and you move on. And he was like, you have to study, you have to just study, this is not for you. And I used to take those classes, and he didn't know for quite some time. My mother used to say she has some special classes are going on for science and physics, and I continued. And we also take the like master's degrees through a university, and I have taken a Visharat from Chandigarh University. I completed when I was in grade 11.
Wow.
And you have a practical and a theory exams, and that gives you, so these our Indian culture, these dances are not only just dances, we learn the history of culture because the theory part is there. And that is what I like, that's what I do in Japan. Our home is like a totally Indian home, which gives the culture to the Japanese, because we are a little away from where the Indians live. We are in another city, which is just 10 or 15 kilometers from Kobe. And this is my passion and my aim, that whoever comes to our home, we give them what Indian culture, the base of our, why we are so united, why we are so many religions, but we live together, and what is the richness of our culture. So that all I got from one guru, and I continued still pray to the same guru. When it comes to the guru, the word comes, like guru for us musicians, dancers, and people who are in this field, we always pray to our own guru. That guru word I learned long back when I was just 10 years old, that guru is there. Teacher was
Very
guru,
good.
not the teacher, not sir or thing, guru. And you keep picture of Shiva, Krishna, but you also keep picture of your guru there, because that's how we used to feel that way. It's a sadhana. Dancing is a sadhana, music is a sadhana. Sadhana means meditation. And nowadays in Japan, I'm doing a lot of project works. Like I like to do theme items. Like earlier, you were showing that classical dance. That was a New York presentation 2 years back. We were in New York. That, and I work on like themes like gypsy roots. The gypsy, because Kathak is the main dance from where the gypsy dances have come out. So I study that. I
Oh,
show
I
them
didn't
the.
know that. That is very interesting.
It's very
Yes,
interesting. So
gypsy comes
gypsy.
from Rajasthan.
And Rajasthan is the main, even then they became two lines, one to Romania and one to Egypt, and all the way to flamenco, that's Spain. So I like to study and like to research and show people that dances don't come just to see the dance, just gain something, some knowledge or something. Then I have another project, Chalo India. That Chalo India is, I take one state at a time, like Rajasthan or Uttar Pradesh, and we show what we have there, and we try to show the videos and dances of that place. And of course, Kathak is always the base. And then I like to invite teachers from India, like Birju Maharaj ji, Deepak Maharaj, tabla players, and we make Vano Khake Hai. So these are the projects. This is interesting because something to give back. And I'm also president of CID UNESCO. I made my own Asia section here in UNESCO, the Paris, we have UNESCO group, and there we have International Dance Council, we say CID, and I'm member of that. They made me member in...
Yeah, we can see it in the picture here on the screen.
Yes.
We
CID.
have one picture of that performance.
Yes. And I'm president for last 10 years, and this is so wonderful to, it's a volunteer group to give back, because there are so many kinds of dancers in our group. And this is what we do, open stage, anybody can come see. It's a 4 hours program, World Dance Day celebration. So these are the activities, and I wish my passion, I'll like to continue and give back and enjoy that. Thank you.
Very beautiful. In fact, I can see from your story that you two are real ambassador of Indian culture and Indian lifestyle, as well as Indian intelligence in Japan, because most of our Indian intelligence has been serving outside India. If you look in America or other countries also, we have so many intelligent people from India who have successfully made their name in the industry, different industries. So it is very interesting to know two things that you mentioned about Guru Parampara in Kathak Nritya. So most of people who know about the word Guru, they think that Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, that is the limitation of Guru. But after meeting Swamiji, I learned that Guru is not just a person, it is energy form. That is first thing I learned. Today from you, I also learned that Guru is the one who gives you all his talent and art as values or sanskar, very similar to Swamiji's Gurus said him in Himalayas. So we are trying to connect the dots and trying to learn from each other's life and how it can inspire our young generation as well as ourselves if we miss the boat. Another thing I learned about Kathak as the dance from North, but also it was a dance parampara related to Banjaras or nomads. So I'll tell you, most of the interesting aspect of life in the old days was art form, either writing poems, singing songs, or dancing. And this is the way people used to live very happily. So I come from Gujarat, and in the area where Swamiji have developed all these ashrams, Kutch area and Rajkot and Saurashtra, what we call, these are the areas of Charan and Darbaris who used to be initially also part of nomadic tribe that were traveling through the path where we had this development of Sindhu Sanskriti. Okay, so West Coast was very, very, very rich in culture, and I appreciate you sharing that with us. I will move to next question. Now that we know about these answers from you, people are curious to know. Please tell us, Rajesh ji, about your childhood, your spiritual journey, and before coming to Samarpan meditation, of course, and how you met Nalini ji, because you are from science side, she's from art side, and we want to know what connected the dots here.
I am basically from Ajmer, and our family has been in Ajmer for, we have a written history of over 500 years. We have been there. And I was born in a business family, and our parental business also is scientific instrumentation and measuring instruments and all. I'm carrying on the same business. I'm the third generation doing it. And I had my education in Ajmer, and after my schooling, then I went for graduation, and Well, Nalini is a Kathak dancer, and that is an art form, but she is also a science student. And that is where we met, because we were together in post-graduation. We were together, we were class fellows.
Interesting.
Physics, masters in physics where we met.
Yes, so that was MSc
Okay.
program where we met. And we, of course, very interestingly, after her education, I mean, after my education, I came into business, and after Nalini's education, she went to her parents who were posted in Itanagar. Itanagar is capital city of Arunachal Pradesh, and very interestingly, Swamiji's family lived in that city during 1980s.
Arunachal is all the way from Assam to Arunachal.
Right.
And that time, Swamiji and Guruma were also there when I moved back.
Yeah, Nalini, she was a postgraduate. She was a master's in science in physics, so she got a job as a physics teacher in a school. And of course, yes, I believe we came to know later on that at that time, Swamiji's family also used to live in the same city. So
well, we didn't meet.
Yeah, we had no connection that time. But first time I heard about Swamiji. We were asking about the spiritual journey also.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 20 years old, my grandfather, he took me to Vipassana meditation. This was a 7 days camp where we were not allowed to even speak to each other. I mean, it was complete maun for about 6 days. The last day only we had some question answer sessions also. And then I started practicing Vipassana, and I practiced it for more than 8 years continuously. And I learned about Buddha and his life stories a lot when I was doing Vipassana. And so I was connected to spiritual world since I was 20 years old. And so when we came to Japan here, we were connecting ourselves to every spiritual guru who used to come to Japan. Whoever would come to Japan, we would surely go and attend the function, invite them to our home, or whatever we can do to honor that guru.
That's very interesting. Because many people, after moving to other part of the world, they started forgetting about their culture in the name of I'm too busy, or we have too many things going on with kids. But you took out the time and you kept connection with your culture and meditation especially, because for many people it is a very dry subject when you talk about meditation. But you have kept that tradition. I respect you for that. Hats off.
Thank you.
So, do you have anything else to say, or I can move to next question?
I would say that the first time I ever heard about Swamiji, Gurudev, that was in exactly 18 years ago. So this was September 2002. There was a conference of Cement Manufacturers Association at New Delhi, where Mr. Kishore Kawadiya ji was also a delegate on the stage.
Yes. And he's attending this program, by the way. Kishore is attending this program.
Oh, great! So yeah, I should acknowledge that. I should acknowledge that he is the person who first time during the tea session there, from his pocket he took out a photograph of Gurudev, and he showed me that they are following Swamiji, and he also said that Kishore Kawadiya ji and of course Lalaji also, they were trying to get Swamiji to come to Japan and explore and have some contact with the Zen Buddhism in Japan here. And he asked me whether I would be interested to sponsor Swamiji's visit, and I immediately said yes, because I was, as I told you, that we were very keen on every guru who was coming here to Japan. And so we said, yes, we will sponsor, and yes, we will also make arrangements for his stay with us. and so on. So that was the first time. And in between Swamiji coming to Japan and my first meeting with Swamiji, there was one chance I got to attend a shiver in UK also. We'll talk about it later. You can go to the next question.
Yes. So thank you very much for sharing that, because many people were curious how we connected Samarpan meditation with Japan, such a remote country where very little number of Indians are living. So thank you for sharing that. How you connected with Deepak Maharajji?
Deepak Maharajji, yes, Pandit Birju Maharaj. He is the Padam Shri, the master of Kathak, very famous in India. And I think in US, he has so many students and he comes there. So once he was invited to Japan by one of his students in Tokyo. And we came to know, and I live in Osaka and Tokyo. It's like Bombay and Delhi, that much distance. And I invited him to Osaka to stay with me and have one concert and have some workshops with him. But even before that, I have met Pandit Birju Maharajji many times. I asked him, I want to do research. Could you be my guide and can I do research under you? He said, it's okay to do research, but I'm not connected with the university. I cannot give you that degree or anything. So you got to. So this kind of meetings I had with him once in 2 years, and then by chance he came to Japan, and it was like a dream come true. He came to Osaka, and you won't believe the rooms we had booked for them. I don't know why. The last minute we came to know there was no booking. So the whole team came to our home and stayed with us. Maharajji staying in my daughter's room and Shashwati ji, and there was a big team there. Yeah, I mean, this was all Guruji's done. I was just praying that I get a little more chance to learn from Maharajji. And he stayed with us for 4 days, and it was amazing experience. And I
can tell you one thing, that Swamiji and his disciples and family coming and living in Japan at your place, Deepak Maharajji coming and living with his students in your place, this all indicates how blessed and divine souls you both are. Thank you for sharing that with us.
We are really thankful to Swamiji that every dream I had, it takes time, but he has been fulfilling my every dream. So it was so beautiful. And I realized he's a Padam Shri. He's living with us, but he's such a simple person at the age of, he was 79, I think, that time. So as Guruji says that it doesn't matter, knowledge is inside. What you look from outside, you just make assumptions that person is like this, or he must be having a pride or this. Actually, they are so different, down to earth teachers, where we have to really learn from.
Absolutely.
We had a very
Thank
you.
What I wanted to say is, all these artists and all these gurus have one thing, which is egoless presentation of flow of consciousness. They allow the consciousness to flow through their existence or body, and that is why you can see such a beautiful form of dance, or many times you listen to a singer and it flows, the energy is flowing through vibration. When you are listening to Swamiji, in fact he is not just speaking, but he is allowing the vibrations or energy consciousness to flow through him. And that is why Swamiji says that word has no meaning. It is our connection, our existence, or sitting down together, that has importance. So Nalini ji, now I would like to know a little bit about your spiritual journey. Please tell us.
Yes, my spiritual journey. Yes, I met Swamiji, like Rajesh said, that we sent him invitation, and he was here in 2004, June 2004. But even before that, I had 2 or 3 experiences with near death kind of thing. There was a Hanshin earthquake in Kobe, 1995. And 1 year before that, I had some medical problem that I was just saved. I will not go in the details. And then before that, before even marriage, I had some problem and I was saved. So after going through that, I used to think that there's something else I have to do. Life is still giving me chance. Every time I'm getting this chance to live. So there is something which I haven't finished. I still have to look for that. And as Rajesh said, we used to go and listen to all the gurus who used to come in Kobe and Osaka. Then I went to Sri Ravi Shankar ji has one center here. There is a Brahma Kumari center in Kobe. And both the centers are run by my very close friends. So I went there, two, three times to Brahma Kumaris. But ultimately I realized that this is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something else, and I'm still not satisfied. And I used to pray. We are Shivites, we are Kashmiri Shivites, and I used to pray to Shiva that please, I'm still looking for someone. If I don't know what it is, but I'm still not satisfied. And then one day Swamiji came. First time I met when he came, just stepped down from the limousine, and my imagination was he must be really big, person with that. He's such a small, nice person. Just like Rajesh Dadaji, I stayed in a joint family for 7 years, and we were 4 generations living there. And Rajesh's grandfather was just like Swamiji, an amazing person.
Now we know why Swamiji says that when I went to Japan, the lady was telling me that you remind me of our grandfather because you saw Rajeshji's Dada in Swamiji.
Because I realized Dadaji was a scientist, so he was very precise person. Time, everything was done in his life, he did in time. 8 o'clock, get up, 8:30, breakfast. His life was totally scientific. And when Swamiji came, I was surprised that my imagination was all the Indian gurus and Indians, they don't follow the time. If you say 7, things will start at 7:30 or 8. But Swamiji, amazing. 8 means 8, 11 means 11. He himself is so disciplined, and it matches with my idea. I am disciplined, so I was so happy to be with him. And he gave us such information which I was waiting to listen. Like I went to many places, I was not happy. Very practical information. Information means the practical knowledge about meditation. Because meditation is not an easy word or easy subject, as you said. It gives you, what is this? What I have to do? Do I have to sit for hours? Do I have to close my eyes, open my eyes? What do I have to think? It's so tiring. What is it going to change in my life? Because there is no physical work here. There is no physical action here. And maybe I have to stick with the gurus, and I have to keep going to India and spend time with them. That was the image we had in India of all the gurus. He said that practical, that I am not asking you to leave anything, number 1. Number 2, he said that simplicity, what you wear, what you eat, it does somewhere effect, but this is not related to the spirituality. It's something totally different you have to learn. Third, he was himself, he said, it's okay if you can't, you don't have time to make food. I will eat outside, because sometimes we were traveling and we were very late coming back home. I was totally shocked. He's just having food at the restaurant, simple vegetarian food. But then this flexibility in a guru was what I was looking for. Then he gave a very practical thing that you try 45 days. And if you understand this, it's good. If you don't understand, move on. Find another guru. And
yes,
this is free to you. And this gives such a big message to all of us, that guru, our life, a human life, he explained, this is the only human life you can have a guru. And if you are animal or any other yoni, we say any other life, you cannot look for these things. So now is the time. Don't waste your time. You don't like Samarpan, don't worry, move on, but at least try for 45 days. Then move on, but keep looking for a guru. Either guru will come to you, or he will take you to the place or a person where you will connect with that power, will connect with the knowledge.
Well said. You touched to the main point.
So exactly. So this is the message I've been telling to everyone, that don't be afraid of any meditation. We are not saying Samarpan, just meditation. First, you try to understand what we have to do and what benefits we get. Then he talked about aura. For mostly I've been asked, people will ask that you are from India, you teach yoga, you have classes. Tell me about the colors of the aura. People are only interested in the colors, what aura has, what is red for, what is blue for. And I thought aura couldn't be just colors. It has to have some more meaning. And he explained very clearly protection. Now it is very clear that meditation is not just for relaxation, what yoga teaches to most of the students, that you want to relax, meditate for some time. That's just 10%. Rest 90% is totally different. It changes you. It gives you aura. It gives you that protection. That Swamiji says that then no virus, no corona, no this problem, no earthquake, no accident. Everything will come and just touch and leave you. It will not enter in that room you are inside. So that aura that I understood, that we have to have that aura. And there are more about aura, more. So this is what I learned from him. He stayed for 10 days. There was Anuragji with him, Jaya Ben from UK, and our Rajesh elder brother's daughter came from Ajmer, and then how the Ajmer center started.
Yeah, that question is coming next.
Yes.
So one thing, I like a couple of things from your answer, that when Swamiji came, you being a stranger felt for the first time that how simple a guru could be, because most of us have different image of guru. That is first thing. Even I had this similar experience. You also mentioned about aura. Now, being people with this science background and physics especially, everything has vibrations and everything resonates. The vibrations frequency that we match, we resonate with each other. Right now, what we are communicating, we all have similar level of vibration. That's why we are experiencing this. Did you get chance to look into this aura aspect and vibration from the physics point of view? Any comments?
Yes, exactly. Because we are physics students, we understand that every living and non-living thing, that the vibrations are there, everything, particles moving, and this is all electromagnetic. That makes your aura actually.
And as far as Japan is concerned, we have the aura studios here. This is very much in access, and we can go there and get our aura photographed. So
yes.
Yeah, so that is available here, and of course.
But when Swamiji came here, we didn't know much about aura, but he explained that there were some pictures they had, because he had just started that time. There were very few pictures of one, mostly in UK. He has taken some pictures because there it is more, people are influenced by aura. They want to know if aura is true or what Guruji is saying is true. So we have just seen that, and we understand physics, that there are the particles, there is the aura. When you come into some room, every room has aura. You feel this is a good place or not. You meet a person, sometimes you feel, no, this person, I don't want to talk to him. So this, now I understand why. Because everything, living, non-living, has an aura, and you can feel it now. So now we know more about that.
Thank you very much for sharing that with us, because many people as a sadhak are aware of many things, because nowadays Google is our best friend to educate us on any subject. But when we hear from somebody who are in the field as an expert, I think it creates a different impact. And next week we are going to have similar sessions with the doctor to talk about pandemic and depression things. So thank you for sharing that with us, because now people have better understanding of aura and vibration, hearing from you. May I move to next question, or you still have something to share?
Sure.
I just wanted to say that what doctors will explain you will be a scientific way, but in meditation, aura, there are more things to learn about aura, how you create your aura. And people who don't like you, if you have a good aura, they will start coming near you and they will start liking you. They want to be with you, they want to listen to you. And this change, this is a social benefit of our meditation. This change you can see because you have created a beautiful aura. So aura need to be really studied a little more and have information. Thank you.
Yes, we can move to the next question.
Yes. So, Rajesh ji, I would like to ask you that today we have so many ashrams in India, and we also know that our first Gadi Sthan or Guru Shakti Dham was built in Ajmer. But you told that you come from Ajmer. Is there any connection between development of Samarpan in Ajmer area and your connection with Samarpan meditation? Please tell us more if you have
Yeah,
something.
well, I think not just Ajmer, but Samarpan was not very, or maybe not known in Rajasthan since, I mean, at the time when we met Gurudev. When Puja Gurudev, he came to Osaka, and we were living in Osaka that time. And it's not far from here, it is like just 50 miles from here. And my niece from Ajmer, she was staying with us. She was there for about
Okay.
for her holiday. She was there for about 2 or 3 months. And when she heard that some team is coming from India, she was reluctant to attend the shiva or anything because she said, "I am not so much involved in spirituality or so." But well, Swamiji came in and stayed with us, and she was attending to Swamiji, and she was hearing to what Swamiji was saying. And in 10 days, her mind changed. Then she said, "Oh, this is very scientific, and I would like to introduce this to my friends or my neighbor's family in Ajmer, back in Ajmer." So she collected some of the videos and some other books and journals which were available with the team who had come. And when she went to Ajmer, she started introducing it to my immediate family, which is my brother, and my mother was also living there together. And of course, in our neighborhood, in our neighborhood, there were some prominent families. And what happened was that there was an interest created there in Ajmer. And the people who got the videos, who saw the videos, they were very impressed by the speeches of Swamiji, and they decided to hire a bus and go to Navsari from Ajmer. And
Wow.
The way to
yeah,
Navsari to meet.
they all got together and they went to Navsari to meet Gurudev. And from there, the whole journey of Samarpan starts in Ajmer. And so I was told, like Kishore ji Kawadia ji, he explained to me that energy has come to Japan and from here it has gone to Ajmer. And within 1 year, there were about like 25 to 30 centers in Ajmer.
One time there were 100
Wow.
centers.
Yeah.
And now we have a very
That
beautiful
is,
dham coming up in Ararka
Yeah,
village.
that we all know.
yes, yes, yes. We people know Ajmer because of that Guru Shakti Dham. By the way, I got opportunity to visit that place in January 2018, and
Okay.
I was really, how you say, totally sunk into the vibration when I went there because it is such a full of energy place. When we went in the basement where Swamiji created that Gadi Sthan,
Yes.
uh, yeah, you will be surprised. My driver, who was also a Rajasthani guy, but he came for the first time. And I would like to share that experience now that it came up, that he came for the first time, and we were sitting, a couple of us, myself, my wife, my sister, my children, and with us we had two sadhaks from Canada and two sadhaks from Singapore also. And we went into meditation because they were giving us the time slots. And the driver was telling us that while we were meditating, his attention went to the Gadi where the Swamiji's photo was there, and the same photo as you see here. And he says that from that Gadi or the Singhasan of Gurudev, somebody stepped down. Now remember one thing, so he never met Swamiji personally. He says somebody stepped down as a human being just with the full body, and he was passing by all of us. We were in the circle, so he said he was passing by all of us and he was like blessing all of us. And he said, I get so much light when he came out from that photo. Like I could see nothing, but then I could see a person stepping down from that. So this was amazing experience of Gadistan from Ajmer. And another thing that I would like to share about that place is when you are in that place, not only that, but any Gadistan you will go, you will go into trance immediately. You will not realize when you fall into meditation. Because many times people are trying to get into meditation. Here meditation happens in the presence of Guru Shakti, and that was one of the experience I have. Just felt like sharing with you that how you are being in Ajmer. Thank you. You are being in Japan, and Gadi Shakti, Gadi Sthan being in Ajmer, and me being in America now. Look at the collectivity, look at the connection, look at the power of Guru that is playing its role. And Nalini ji was showing me the goosebump that she is feeling. So this is what I want people to realize and understand, that Samarpan meditation is not just like any ordinary meditation that we have seen and heard in this society, which sometimes also have intention of commercialization. Here it is only, I would say, spirituality, nothing else. So thank you for sharing that with us. And you have been instrumental for so many lives in Rajasthan, even though you are sitting in Japan. So thank you for that. Can I move to next question?
Yes, please.
Yes. So Nalini ji, now it is your turn. I have seen that you have made a couple of videos to follow up with the newcomers who are doing Anushthan for 45 days. And I have noticed that being the first generation Samarpan Sadhika, you have kept the original values and teachings of Swamiji, the way Swamiji used to teach us in the early days. Though with time and with the growth of Samarpan meditation, many things have changed, like the original mantra of Om Shri Shiv Krupanand Swami Namo Namaha has been replaced by I am a holy soul, I am a pure soul, and all those little things. So I want to know that you being a housewife, you being so much involved with the community activities, where do you get the time to manage this Guru Karya? And tell us more about your uh, personal life and all this activity, and how you keep the balance, and is Samarpan meditation helping you to become instrumental in all these things?
Yes, I think Samarpan meditation has really helped, because when Swamiji says that you keep your energy in the center and you do what you're doing right now, stay at present. That's the meditation. Not going in the past, not going in the future, not wasting your energy. So this is how I plan my day. I just one day before or 1 week before, I plan for the whole week, and I know exactly tomorrow I have to do this, these 10 things, and I am not wasting my energy in thinking about what will be the consequences, or how many people will come, or will it be success or failure, because I learned from Guruji that if you, Swami said, even you are performing a dance or saying something and only 2 people enjoy or 2 people smile, your work is done. Don't look for numbers, look for a quality. So all these small things I have kept inside. I keep repeating to myself, this is how I want my life to be, not wasting and making the proper use of time. And Samarpan has really helped me. I'm a very regular morning person, and I am a morning person, so it gives me extra 2 hours when everybody's sleeping to finish my work and line up the whole thing. And it's my passion. Being a teacher is, I think, what I enjoy most. I like telling people what my knowledge. I read more. And as you said about 45 days meditation videos I made, one thing you said very right, that I have Madhu Chaitanya from 2004. I actually went through those Madhu Chaitanya, because nowadays what we are reading is a little bit different than what Guruji used to teach that time. You know that. So I really read that, and from there I took out what I really wanted to say and what I really wanted to connect and keep it simple and keep it basic, and try to understand, make the beginners understand that it's not that difficult, but we have to go step by step. And it was my dream for
Absolutely.
last 5-6 years that if I have a chance, should do something more, because we are running a center. People come here, but we teach them, but still we see a question on their face. What I'm doing, they will still say, I don't know. Do I have to look here? Do I have to look here? Still they are either not trusting, or they still think, what I'm doing, is this the meditation? So I was always thinking that we have to do a little more, because language is a problem here. Even we make flyers or booklets in Japanese, it's difficult to translate meditation in English and then in Japanese in correct way.
Nomenclature.
Because
Vocabulary is
vocabulary is so difficult, and Japan has its own history of Om and other things, so we have to be very careful here. Then Swamiji gave me chance in this COVID-19 that I had time. I was worried that if I couldn't continue 45 days, then it won't have any meaning. I just wanted to have that, let people have experience of 45 days meditation. And first I made it in Japanese, and amazing results. People even staying in Tokyo, Hiroshima, far away from us, they are still continuing. They now
Very
understood what
nice.
they have to do. And we connect them online now for regular meditation. And thanks to you that you are showing my videos in US, and I'm really thankful to you. And I hope
Yes,
that
in fact, we are benefiting from the amount of energy and time and efforts that you have invested. And I want people to know by this Samarpan meditation program that even though you might not be hearing about Guru Karya being done in one particular area or one specific country, it does not mean that Guru Karya is not being done. And one of the objective of this is Samarpan, is to connect those dots, connect those souls, that energy, like we have felt during the experience sharing of mine, that if we can connect on a conscious level and on a soul level, then Swamiji's mission is fulfilled.